everyone, it's Valerie. I have a mini photo album to be able to show you today, just in time for the holidays. It's a 7-pocket photo mount booklet with tags, journaling tags, the holiday theme, and I used the Bo Bunny papers, did some embellishments. This is a 7-pocket booklet, little mini tags. Mine will be having scripture on the back, but it's got lots of places for photos and lots of tags for journaling. It's a quick and easy project that you can make just in time for the holidays to give away to all your special friends. So let's get started. I'll show you how I made it. Some of the supplies that you're going to need, and the first one is the 12 by 12, a good heavyweight paper. In this particular case, I'm using Bo Bunny Homespun Holiday Frost, and I'm using a two-sided piece. That's your choice completely. I like two-sided in case I decide to open up my pockets a little bit, and then you can see through, and I like to have them finished. This is a nice, it's got a linen texture to it, and it's a cranberry on cream paper. In addition to that, I've selected the Bo Bunny Homespun Holiday Toile paper. Again, it's coordinating, so it's got that linen texture to it, and on the back is the cranberry ribbon. I'll be using this for some of the embellishment on my cover and on my spine, but really you'll only need a good 12 by 12 piece. You'll also need a score pal or scoreboard. You will also need a cutting board if you have one. It's not necessary. You can cut this with some good pair of scissors. You will need, I'm a firm believer in using good adhesives on your pieces. This book will get a lot of wear and tear, and if you don't use good adhesive, your book will fall apart when you give it away, and it'll be a little bit embarrassing. So do take the time. I use the Arlene Tacky Glue. This works really well. And I will also use the the glue stick that helps get it in place and hold. Sometimes I even use my tacky ribbon over there. Some of the other things I will be using for the cover, I cut out a 3 by 3. Actually, it's just a cereal box, and I just cut the 3 by 3 little cardboard pieces for the cover and the back. It will give the paper a little bit stronger feel to it, and then I use little cover pieces for them. In this case, I used cardstock. It's 3 by 3, and I ran it through my Cuttlebug Swiss dot pattern. In addition to that, I have some embellishments and fibers and tags that I'll be using. Usually I make my own, but in this case, I just have my tags ready to go, and I cut them down to fit the book. All right, so let's get started. You're going to lay out your card piece and run the score line at 3-inch, 6-inch, and 9-inch. 3-inch, 6-inch, and 9-inch. Then you're going to turn your paper and run it again. 3-inch, 6-inch, and 9-inch. Once you've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to cut the paper. Starting from the bottom, you're going to cut your paper up 3/4 of the way up at the 3-inch mark. At the 6-inch mark, you're going to cut it down 3/4 of the way, and at the 9-inch, you're going to cut it up 3/4 of the way. To save time, I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like. A little bit of an origami look to it, but you can see. Again, at the 3-inch line, I cut 3/4 of the way up. At the 6-inch line, I cut 3/4 of the way down. And at the 9-inch line, I cut 3/4 of the way up. Once that is done, you will then begin to fold your piece using peak and valley method of folding up, down, up, down. You're going to come around from behind, doing the up, down again, fold under, doing peak and valley folds on your score lines, underneath, and finishing off like that. You're going to secure your lines and keep pressing and making those lines really tight. Once that's done, you'll see your inside paper. This is going to be my inside of my book, is going to be the polka dots like that. Once you are done, I'm going to show you where you glue to set up your pockets. Just for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to show you using my quick binding here. You're going to set up your pockets. You're going to glue on the back side. This will be where your cover is. So your first pocket's going to be here. It's going to be a top load pocket. So you're going to bind it here and here, offering a top load right in there. On your next pocket, it's going to be loaded from the side. So you're going to want to glue the back and the bottom. So you have a side pocket. You're going to proceed all the way down doing a top pocket and side pocket alternating. Side pocket, I meant top pocket there, side pocket next. And it alternates all the way across. Again, I would use better glues to make sure that the piece adheres. But for the point of this exercise, I'm just trying to show you quickly. Alright, so there you've got it. This is your little booklet, pockets on the top and side alternating every other page. Next, what I like to do, just to give a little extra reinforcement to the binding since this book will get a lot of wear, is I add in the drywall. It's a fiberglass joint tape. It's got a little adhesive on it that I use to help just reinforce my book bindings. Next, what I'd like to do is, this is going to be how I secure my little book. I'm going to run a ribbon all the way through this piece. So it'll give some real firmness in there. I'm going to go ahead and just run some glue stick temporarily just to hold it in place. Just for now. Next, I use my cardstock piece here to just give my front and back a little extra firmness, just to keep it in place. It's already been pre-cut, 3 inch by 3 inch. Keep that nice and firm. And then I am going to color rather quickly my Victorian Velvet Distressing Ink. I just want to give this a quick look to match the inside of the book rather quickly. Because I'm going to cover it with artwork. But I want to pick up the Swiss dots that I did with my Cuttlebug. And give it that nice cranberry color that matches the papers from the Bo Bunny collection. Get those mounted. rather quickly. I'll soon learn time-lapse film. And that's just to show you it's to get started with. All right, next we'll do the binding. Now what I've done is I've gone ahead and cut down my tags to fit inside each pocket. Put them in there just before I finish up my binding to make sure everything's fitting. So again, I can show you there's a top pocket and a side pocket, a top pocket and a side pocket, top pocket, side pocket, and a top pocket. Now that I've got all my tags in there, I just wanted to make sure before I bound it, now that I've got my cover and my back on, my ribbon in place, and my cover paper, I'm going to now take a 3" by 2" piece of coordinating paper, and I'm just going to glue that on for my final binding. I've gone ahead and fitted it in over the seams here, the edges. Nice firm. You want to get a good tight fit. Some people like to tuck them under the cover. I like them on the outside like one of the old-fashioned book covers. Nice square fit. I run. Make sure I got that seam really good in there. Press really good. This is when the good glue comes into play, because you really want to make sure everything's nice and straight. In addition to that, I've cut out my little emblem I want to put on my cover. Coordinating paper. I've also edged it with the Victoria Velvet and distressed the edge. And just ran that across my cover. Hello, Kate. And now I have my cover image done. One of the things I wanted to be able to add was putting down in this seam a little vintage collection in there of embellishments that I had made. I'm just going to stick that in there with wire. And that's the basic book. On the back, I've decided I will go ahead and finish that out with just a little distressing ink. I won't be putting an image back there other than my gift tag from Faithful Crafter. And that's it. I'm going to finish up the tags as you saw them using some beautiful white fibers. And I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you. Leave me a comment and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.